Just because you've got a story, of course, doesn't mean your story is actually good. Well, good, though, only means a few things in a marketing context. Good basically means your story helps you sell. How do you know that your story is actually salesworthy? How do you know that this story is going to help you sell? Well, there's 3 pretty simple tests you can do to figure that out. 1, clear. Remember we said that boring your customers isn't the worst thing to do, confusing them is? Clear means your customers understand what you're talking about. That is to say, they understand the problem you're talking about, they understand how you're proposing to solve it. It doesn't mean they buy it, it doesn't mean they like it, it doesn't mean they value it yet, but it means they know what you are talking about. We get so lost in the language of marketing and the hyperbole and it's going to be great and it's superfragilistic that we forget that people actually can't buy something before they understand what it is. So they have to understand your story. That is literally your first hurdle in marketing, is just clarity of communication. What is your second hurdle? Compelling. I not only understand what you're offering, but I see some value in it for me. I see enough value in it for me, in fact, that I'm ready to take some action on it. I am compelled. Third, consistent. Now, this isn't so much about your message itself. This is about how often and how consistently and from how many different channels people hear your message. So if I read about your business in the paper, ideally, some of the same information is in there as when I talk to you, or as when I see a billboard if you've got a billboard, or your website if you've got a website. So consistency creates a sense of competence and a sense of credibility and an understanding of your story that is really necessary for buying. You've all heard the rules about, people need to touch something 3 times or 10 times or who knows what the number is before they take action on it. Well, if every time they touch it they hear something entirely different, then they start to wonder. Consistency creates confidence, the opposite creates doubt and confusion, and doubting and confused people move on. All right, so is your story clear, compelling, and consistent?